Music, it releases something from me that I can't explain. It helps me. When we not thinking about focus on what no. Oh, microphones. You be my everything. You will be my.
I first met Kano in 1999. So I learned pretty early on that he was a singer-songwriter. And then it was probably maybe about 6 to 8 months after working together that he started sharing his music with us, and he used to do these performances at his home, and all of us would go.
You be my earth, where there's no sky. You be my everything, you will be mine. I walk one day, on road, with all this beautiful bliss. Then I thought about you, and how much I miss. I've been there for 7 years. I've recorded maybe 3 projects in that place. Recording one now. My mom always knew I could sing. I started singing at around 6. I've never really, my mom wasn't a big singer. I guess it would have come from, I wouldn't come from my dad. I think it just came from me. Because I used to come home from school, elementary school, and just break and make up songs. As I come out and write, literally, that's when I started writing songs, just making up songs. And I tried to join this real known choir that's located on 13th Street Northwest. I tried to join that, and I sang in church when I was between 6 and 7. Yeah. Back then it was cassettes. Okay. And the first cassette that I always played and listened to over and over again was Babyface, When Can I See You Again? And I used to sing that song over and over and over and over in my aunt's basement. And I would like record myself on a tape recorder. So this is my cave. I keep it like in a little cage area. I just recently upgraded the microphone system where it has like this particular cage where it has the spit bar and this lovely feature. I thought this was fantastic. And it just, and like when I put it up, it just goes like this. You just close it like that, and it goes into this little small area, and boom, like that. But I don't always generally record in that corner. Sometimes I take, because I'm the producer, the engineer, the artist, the writer, blah blah. I have to get it as close to the machine as I can to get the takes. So sometimes it'll actually come into this area, but. This is pretty much where I work. As you can see, it's tons and thousands of CDs everywhere. This is my CDs of artists who actually are deceased. And they start at the top, but these are the greats: Luther, Whitney, Sylvester, Tina Marie, Aaliyah, just a lot of people who have inspired me. A lot of things. I listen to a lot of music, not just R&B and hip hop, but I listen to a lot. You can see like the clutterness. When I'm working, my studio is a mess because my mind is creating. The last CD that just very contagious, I can't stop listening to, and it has nothing to be cliche about because of who they are. It's Janet. A lot of people say she can't sing, blah blah blah, but that's not true. It's something that's so impressionable about her voice, and then what she's saying in the songs. So sometimes you have to. I listen to messages. So if I'm giving off a message and I want to, that's. Sometimes I have to look at other artists and see what the messages that they're giving off to. So she even sings, like, one song is called The Black Eagle, and she talks about all lives matter. And no one, you know, if people really listen to what she's saying, you can really get in depth to this. And it's not really always about that. The last, one of the other artists I've been listening to a lot more recently, and who's actually inspired me to create Poor Black Child in this sense of politicalness, is Kendrick Lamar. Total inspiration. I would love to work with him other than Mary. I look at Mary as like my musical mother. Like, that's how much she inspires me. Like, she did this last album, and it was, and she went in a total different direction. And as I'm starting to work on my new project, I'm so influenced by the way she did. I'm like, I want to do it the same way. I want to have that same kind of feel, but Kano's way of feeling it. You know, I just can't describe what she does for me in my life. I mean, I'm sure she has a million women that reach out to her, but how many men reach out and say, Mary did something for me? So that's what, it's kind of weird. It's not a obsession or stalking or none of that. I truly admire her as an artist. Social media, you just have to use it responsibly. You know, use it, don't abuse it. It's a good thing. It could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing. It's what you decide to put out into the universe is sometimes what you're going to get. Mm-hmm. So you have to, like.
And why do you say that? Did some bad things happen?
I mean, I've had some Facebook fights. Who hasn't? You know, who hasn't had disagreements? But it's not that serious that I'm losing sleep over it. You know what I mean? So. The nastiest thing that happened to me was last year's Grammys, and I was watching the Grammys and cracking jokes on Facebook about it, and I got really, really into my feelings. I was like, one day I would really love to win a Grammy. That'd be a great thing for me. I would really aspire to win a Grammy because I'm not an awards type person. And the person, when I said that, somebody jumped on my page that I was friends with and said, your music sucks, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, wow, that was so hurtful. But then, right after that, the people who supported me and actually know what my vision is, shut them down. They were like, oh, I mean, they attacked them. So I call my fans now on Facebook K-Mafia. 5 years ago, I didn't have any fans. What's a fan? I never had any fans. Now I have fans, and I can actually name them.
How did you feel when you saw that plaque with your CDs all the way from Australia?
I wanted to cry because I was like, my music is being played backwards. It's on the way on the other side of the world, and I have someone who literally likes what I do.
I don't know, we just became friends a long time ago. I've known him for at least 5 years. Yeah, he's a good bloke. Facebook, yeah, that's how I met him. I was getting into promoting, and in those 4 years, I ended up meeting a lot of artists and getting to know them, and Kano's one of them that I added as well. I think he added me, I'm not sure.
Why is that he sent you?
It was fearless. See?
My one best friend is fan is in Australia. She actually made a wall and put my CD in a silver plaque. And that was like amazing to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Full of his CDs. I think he's cool, you know, and funny. He's a lovely man. People would love him over here if he came here, if he did a show here. I reckon he'd like it. Yeah, the kids love the song Biddy Bum.
Because it's not about the money for me. I make nothing from doing none of these projects. I make absolutely nothing. I spend more into it than actually making anything from it. But my mom was like, you know, just you paying your dues. You have to pay your dues. and you have to earn that respect, and you have to earn your fans. You have to earn those supporters. You know, people see that you're really serious about it, and you're not bullshitting. I'm not the type yet to be paid to have appearances. I'm usually putting together all the production myself. So it's a lot of work. I have to book the venue, book the music. The name came from one of my close friends. He gave me the name Kano from the character from Mortal Kombat because Kano's character was half evil. He had like a red eye. And he nicknamed me Kano because he was like, sometimes I was like evil and sometimes I was nice. I was like a Gemini. The name Kano came from. But Kano, the artist, is not evil. It's just a catchy name. Technical knockout, hope this isn't too much. Make your heart stop, it go tick tock. Ha! Yeah.
Well, I think for me, coming from the place of a songwriter, what struck me was that I found him to be very authentic. He wrote about the things that matter to him, and what's unique about Kano is that anything that he comes in contact with, he can create a story around, and he's always in artist mode, even when we're just hanging out, because we love to go to amusement parks. Anything that strikes his fancy will create this dialogue in his head, and then from the dialogue he'll come up with a hook and build a song around the hook, and he has a unique perspective on life in general, and he tries to relate everyday things to bigger pictures. Whenever he's not at his regular job, he's working at home. You know, studio time, like he makes sure that every day has a piece of studio time, and I think he's one of those people where at this point he can't help it. It's so much a part of who he is, and that's inspiring.
Yeah, I gotta do something like if like I was doing something for last part of a film about me, I probably like if it's just like one song that I can sing, I probably be like I sing, 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 sing. I don't know about tomorrow. I just live from day to day, and I don't borrow almost a sunshine. Like, I wouldn't mind being signed to a label. Being that I'm a certain age, and we know how the entertainment is very fickle, I have to bring a different type of flair.
Listen, if you don't get signed in the next 10 years, will you still make records?
Yes.
Why?
Because if I don't, I'll go crazy. I'm serious because music does something, it releases something from me that I can't explain. It helps me to cope with life. I enjoy music. I love music. Yes, if I never get signed, if I never become